Hello. So I have a question for you. When you meet someone, do you hold back? Do you stand in fear of being hurt? Or do you give all of your love, show your vulnerability, um, love unconditionally, give without expecting? How are you with the person that you're meeting? Because if you're searching for someone, then how will you be able to really see them if you're not really creating a space for them to be, right? Because if you're standing in fear, they won't completely open up. And another point I wanted to make is that how do you expect to meet someone? How do we expect to meet someone if, or attract someone that is so loving, so giving, if we are not that? Because someone that is like that, wouldn't they expect that from their partner? I really believe that someone who has done the inner work, who has met themselves, and who has met and who has encountered and been able to reach that unconditional love for themselves, when they meet someone else that is actually standing in fear and vulnerability, holding back from vulnerability, holding back from giving because they're too scared to give and to not receive, or they're scared to love and to not receive. When someone that is whole and meets someone like that, they will see that. It'll be clear to them because they've been down that path, they've been down that road, and they will feel it, they'll see it. So then they have a choice to not be with someone who hasn't met themselves there yet, right? Because you can only give what you've been able to give to yourself, and you can only meet someone up to the point where you've met yourself. So when we're in relationships and we say things like, oh, you only meet the person after a couple of months, right? You don't really see the real person. Well, let's backtrack. In the beginning, were you all of you in the beginning? Did you present everything that you are? Because most of the times we don't, right? We don't. So why do people blame the other after? Because in reality, if you really did feel whole and complete and give all of this, just meet yourself, do the inner work first, then when you see someone that's holding back, you're able to know that they're there. And if not, right, if you are whole in the beginning, and if you do present all of you, but someone presents something else that you end up believing, and afterwards it's not that, then a way to see it is, well, this person has only been able to meet me up to this point because that's where they've met themselves. So instead of being upset and mad, always remember to come back to yourself and not, we always have to be kind with ourselves. So being whole with ourselves, being loving with ourselves, we have to be that person throughout, even when we're in other relationships, right? Because if we keep that relationship with us, when someone hurts us, we won't feel less hurt and upset and angry. We'll be more understanding that that person has only met us up to the point at which they've met themselves. So it's not really about us. It's always about them, right? And when they're hurting you. And when we're hurt, it's not about them neither, it's about us. Because when we're whole and when we have our own unconditional love towards ourselves, we see that we people only hurt when they're hurt. So, you know, let's make sure to do the inner work before we look for other people. You don't want anyone to make you happy. Nobody deserves that job. That's a horrible job. It's nice to have someone that complements you, someone that is a partner. We don't want to give the job of making me happy, making me feel good, making me whole, completing me. These are all unreal jobs. You have to find yourself, do the inner work so that you can feel whole, so that you can feel happy, so that you can feel unconditional love, right? Because then the other person just complements that. If they leave, then it's okay because you are already whole. You already are all of the love. So I'm curious to know what you have to say about this topic, and please leave your comment below. I'm very, very curious. I love hearing all of your thoughts and opinions and questions, anything you want to say. All right. I hope you guys have a great Monday. Bye.